worry, team. We are alive. Just. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Friday night fun times is what we'll call it. 40k After Dark. Yes, I'm sorry. We missed Wednesday. We missed all day yesterday. I have had man flu. It's been bad. You might find I mute myself every now and again tonight, specifically towards the end if I start to cough because my throat will go. And Luce has literally just started sneezing as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
I did look at you on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or yesterday? And I was like, I don't like the look of my future.
No.
I don't like it.
You actually said that to me.
Yeah. Because I'm always the last one to get sick. When you're better, the boys are full of beans, then I get sick.
Yeah. So we'll see how long we last tonight. But I'm trying, okay? I can't take any more time off sick. I'm trying. We're here. Yes, I set the poll to can we get 5 likes.
I said no.
It's a little social experiment to see how many fucking lunatics actually click no.
Me?
Yeah. Well,
I always click no.
Why?
And then I like it.
Why would you do that?
All data is good data.
So I may cough every now and again. I'm going to try and avoid that. More specifically, I'm going to try and avoid snorting snot down the microphone to you all because I know it's not a very nice sound. If I don't catch it, I apologise in advance. But I do have my little mute button here, and I will try and hit it if I need to. Anyway, how are you beautiful people all doing? I'm sorry I've missed you. I'm very sorry I've missed you. We had lots to talk about this week with the balanced data state and more games to play, and I just couldn't do it. We streamed Vag on Wednesday daytime, and I started the stream going, oh, I feel like I'm getting a bit man-flu-y here. And then by the end of the stream, I was in a bad way. I went to sleep afterwards. I was like, if I go and have a nap, I'll be all right for Wednesday night. Went for a nap, woke up, was not all right.
You were worse.
I was much worse. The Nurgle's plague took me.
It's like what Lee Evans says about a hangover. It's the sleep that
yeah,
makes
it is the sleep. It's
you
not the
worse.
alcohol. It's just sleep.
You should just stay awake.
Nurgle's rot took me hard, and then I didn't sleep at all really on Wednesday night. I think I saw 3:30, 4 before I finally drifted off, and you had a 7:30 alarm. Great. So I ended up not getting out of bed till about 11:30 that morning because I just felt so bad, and I had a headache that it basically brought me to tears last night. That headache, it didn't go all day.
There's so many people that are now saying that they've got such a bad headache they can't shift it, and then they're fine. And even some people are saying that now some doctors are calling it the 100-day cough.
It wants to not be that.
It's got a strain of something, it's a sciencey word, that's to do with whooping cough.
Yeah.
But adults don't present the same as infants and children do with whooping cough. They don't have that seal bark cough.
Yeah.
So it's been really interesting. Me and some mums have been chatting about it today because all of their households have got it as well.
Yeah.
So it's been really, and it seems to be that the men have the most horrific headache, but the women don't get the headache.
The headache yesterday was quite literally the worst part.
Yeah.
So I'll gruesome details for a brief moment. So Wednesday night was the worst because you produced a ton of horrible mucusy stuff, but the cold wouldn't let you swallow. So you basically just choked in snot, which was awful. And then I woke up, and that was bad, but the worst part was the headache. The headache was so bad all day yesterday. I literally sat in the dark in the living room, TV off, just a lamp on, sat in the quiet. I was like, I can't move. It just hurts.
What time of day was it?
Yesterday evening. You left me in there, watched the rest of 2 Towers.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just turned it off. I was like, I can't do anymore. So it's been bad. It's not been good. I'll be honest with you, chat. Today, the good news today is I feel like I'm on the mend. I feel better. I'm not great, but I feel better, which is a start, right? We're in the right direction. And I refuse to be sick for long, as Luce will tell you. So as of tomorrow, we're just going to ignore it and carry on, right? That's the plan. And I feel like that would work.
I'm refusing it, so...
Yeah, I could
you
not get sick
ignoring
right
it,
now.
me refusing it, it could work.
So as of tomorrow, we're going to flat ignore it. A friend of mine and I had already booked a pub lunch in, and I was like, look, hey, I've been really ill. It's up to you. If you don't want to catch it and you want to avoid it, that's fine. And he was like, oh, no, I actually still fancy going out for the meal. I was like, well, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I've looked forward to it. I've not been out of the house for 3 days.
Yeah.
Literally not been out of the house for 3 days. I want to go out, right? In the meantime, I need to say a big shout out to all of you. You might notice the name of the... thank you so much, Son of Olympia, for the 2. Simply Brazen for the 5. Dan Clippy for the 5. Mortyhammer for the 5. Buckshot for the 5, Drop Dead Dave for the 10 gifteds. You wonderful people, you've been gifted a membership, ! Discord in the chat. Come get yourself in the Great Hall server. They are incredible people in there, and I hope you use that membership. If you enjoy the membership whilst you have it, please consider keeping your membership at least Skull tier from next month onwards, because it will really help us out. I really didn't want to miss the last stream of January, considering it's January, and I most certainly didn't want to miss the first 2 streams of February, considering February is a small month, and one of them was chat plays. But it is what it is. It's nothing like the Thanes tell me off in the WhatsApp chat when I start streaming when I'm poorly, so I had to take at least 1 or 2 days off. What's the score, Dave? I watched 10-15 minutes into the second half. Ireland had just scored their 3rd try. Spoilers, by the way. Rugby fan. What's the score, Dave? Thank you so much, Dave, for the 2. I have a massive headache called Ellie and Bella. Amazing. Watcher in the dark, thank you for the 5 gifted. We've called it Liam's sick pay. Well, I've just called it sick pay tonight, quite frankly. That's it. Brandon, thank you for the gifted. Because I don't know what else to call it, quite honestly, at the moment. But what I did do today, I got asked a couple of times to play some Call of Duty, and I was like, with the way my head has been yesterday, I don't want to play any video games. I didn't want to do that. I'm in a place today where if I just sort of sit nicely like this, my head doesn't really hurt. If I wave it around lots, it's a big head anyway, then it starts to really, really hurt. So I just sat here quietly, and I built some models. And I was building specifically the Deathwing Knights from the Deathwing Assault box that GW sent to me. And they're beautiful models. And then I got the Lion box out.
Get well soon. You know it's bad when you turn off Lord of the Rings. Much love to you guys.
To be fair, Dave.
How loud is it?
It's pretty loud. Thank you for the 50, Dave. To be fair, I turned off the 2 Towers after it finished. You know, after the credits had run all the way through. You have to give every one of those films all the credit they deserve. So I picked this up, right? Now, I am aware that this is Model of the Year from last year, from 2023. And I was torn between this one and Angron, where Model of the Year was a thing. And I've come to realise I actually think I prefer this model overall. I adore this model. It's beautiful. And so this has got me thinking as a topic of conversation tonight, because I won't lie to you people, hadn't really thought about the stream very much. I was like, well, what are we going to talk about? So I just, and then in the Thanes of the day, they were talking amongst themselves. I think Mr. McCardle started this, about models from like 8 million years ago. It just looked like blobs of metal that someone had sculpted some arms into, and how much they love those old models. So I thought, well, why don't we talk about what is or was your favourite ever model? And you can stick that on a postcard or in chat and talk to me about it. Because the Lion is glorious, but if I had to pick one favourite model of all time, I actually don't know what I'd pick. So I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Okay? Ethan, Liam, take it easy. I've just got over the Rona. Sounds like you're suffering. Luce mentioned she thought it could be Rona. I don't think it's Rona. I don't think it's Rona.
I've even moved James's dentist appointment on Monday, because even though he will be through it, I will be coming down with it, and I'm the chaperone.
Yeah. So. I don't think it was Rona, to be honest with you. Although, I just said something about cough medicine mixture that you bought. The lemon and honey one. That is vile.
Lemon and honey?
Yeah. I don't know which one it is. Lemon and honey thing you've got in there.
Is it Cavonia?
No. I can't remember what it's called. It's in the medicine cupboard anyway. That was disgusting.
Does it say tickly cough on it?
No, it says mucousy cough.
Oh, the Beecham's?
No, I don't think it's Beecham's. That's all in one. That's all in one cold and flu. We are literally a drugs cabinet next door. You see. Did
you know cough mixture might not actually do anything?
Evidently. All right. Well, why have you bought it then?
Because all my life it's been drummed into me, the cough mixture doesn't actually cure the cough. It just stops you coughing outwards, so you stop coughing on people. But it might not actually be anything at all. It might just be syrupy water, and that's it. The best thing is still hot water with lemon and honey. And
if you're going to start putting whiskey, my fancy whiskey in it again, no, it's not happening. Metacadian Colonel or the Trigon. 2 very different models, Dave. Thanks for the 2. Mine is still Morathi on Sulfur. It's a bit nostalgic, and it was the first bigger model I ever painted. Planning to repaint her this year. Sounds good. Sereptic Heavy Construct from Forge Worlds and Silent King are my favourite. I think you have a bit of a bias there, Necron Overlord. Liam using what Thanes talk about as a stream title. Nah, never. What do you think I've got the WhatsApp group for, Carl? That WhatsApp group only exists so you can give me content for streams. You know. NHS website now says it does nothing. What, Rona? The Corn Berserker bust from back in the day. Just started painting him again. So good. I don't remember seeing the bust. Second edition Grey Knight Terminators with Force Halberd as a single model. Second edition Librarian with Force Axe and Terminal Armor. I love old stuff. Old stuff is cool. I had I found one of the old Wraith Lords the other day. Those things that just had the big bulbous like bodies and then arms and legs that came out of it. It looked like something out of Wallace and Gromit. It was
Sounds like
great.
a metal snowman.
What?
The thing you're on about.
It kind of looked like a little bit like a metal snowman, actually, to a point, to be fair. Minus Calga sat on the toilet. Make him drink it, Liz. It won't make him better, but it'll distract him from being poorly. I'm all right, Dave. We're ignoring it.
He's good.
We're ignoring it. We're just going to ignore it and sit here and mither until you all fill up my sick pay bar, and then I can go to sleep. As good as that. Brandon, thank you for the 5. Favourite single model, probably Yvraine. Feels like she's the closest to an AOS model 40k gets. Favourite unit ever, always Howling Banshees. The new plastic Howling Banshees are stunning, gorgeous models. I think new Jane Zara is beautiful as well, to be fair. Chaos Knights came out a few years ago. They are nice as well, to be fair. I still have my old Metal Wraith Lords. They're cool, aren't they? The Defiler's one of my top favourite models, followed by the Hades Drill from Forger. The Defiler, Will, really? This is one of the things I love about the hobby, though, right? Because there's models out there that I'm sure I look at them and think, that's a hideous looking thing. And someone somewhere's like, I dig it. I'm into that. There was a Sinistr champion from way back holding an open book, chained to his armour with a somewhat suggestive figure embossed on the chest piece. There were a couple with that chest armour. Sounds amazing. Metal Archon. Nope, Metal Archaon on horse from 6th edition. Amazing. I dropped my Repunce de Lioness. I don't know what that means. Ungrim Iron Fist, and I'm a Skaven player. Metal Harlequins are amazing and always love the old Metal Inquisitor in Terminator armour with his robotic leg. It's amazing how many people have so much incredible love for nostalgic models. Like, the amount of people that have gone mad for old world stuff that's coming out, despite the fact that it's old sculpts that don't stand up to modern, they don't stand up to the Lion, and they don't stand up to this bug thing that we built on Twitch last week. They don't stand up to just AOS in general, actually, to be fair. And we all love them. We all love these nostalgic models, these nostalgic old kits. Isn't it incredible? I think it's amazing. When I was clearing out the studio, I found old metal Bloodthirster, old metal Avatar. Ugh. Oh, Razor says, old metal Avatar. What is it about nostalgia that hobbyists like so much? Do you like old things?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's because, well, it sounds really philosophical now, but I think it's because it's helped shape the person I am and the things that I don't take for granted, and then I sort of push forward with that, knowing that everything that comes slightly easier to me now because of technological advancements weren't always here, so I appreciate them. And plus I recognize it, and everything new is always unpredictable, and it makes you feel momentarily stupid because you don't know how it works, but old stuff, you know how it works, and it's familiar, predictable.
See, I always thought that I liked some of the nostalgic models simply because it reminded me of childhood, because they're models that I had previously. Like, I don't feel like I have any love for any of the old models that I never owned.
Yeah.
Like, they did a while ago. Excuse me, I'm gutted about this. A little while ago, they did, I don't know if you remember, GW did made to order Valhallans again, and I was so upset I didn't jump on it. But I hate metal models, but I would have bought the whole metal Valhallan range again. Why? Because I had metal Valhallans when I was a kid. So it's not like I think that they're great models. I think it's just because I remember a time when I had them when I was much younger, and I couldn't really do them justice with the paint with the paint job, etc. You know, but that's probably why I love them so much, because I had them previously. Like, just because it's a memory. It's the time when I used to go to my mate Simon's and get my little metal Valhallans out of my probably lunchbox and play with them. And I would, like, I hadn't painted them well. I painted them terribly. I painted my Valhallans blue. I don't know why. I did. And so that's why I love them. And then when people show me other old metal models that I never had, I'm like, ugh. So I think I kind of directly link it to memories rather than I actually like the sculpts, to be honest. But just wondered what you lot thought. Hang on. If this gets tiring tonight, chat, by the way, let me know and I'll turn it off and go to bed. Honestly. If it gets tiring, just tell me. But I had the original plastic Land Raider. It's still around in a box. I was thinking about getting another Land Raider today for the Dark Angels. Hello all, late to the party again. There's always a late fine. If you own up to being late, there's always a late fine. We always fine people 5 gifted memberships, and you're not even a member yourself, Warjoy. You won't be paying that kind of fine if you're not even a member yourself. Yeah, I wanted to pick up the Metal Steel Legion reprint so badly, I just couldn't do it. I think I'm actually glad I didn't do it, to be honest with you, because I think I'd have been like, oh, I'm going to buy all these metals again because I had them when I was a kid. I think I'd have got them, just been disappointed and annoyed with them the whole time. So, I think I'm kind of glad I didn't get them. I have some curry barbecue crisps. Sounds like wrong. Tastes like good. What? Curry barbecue crisps? That doesn't sound nice.
Curry barbecue.
Curry? Nice. Barbecue?
Nice.
Nice.
Not nice.
Not nice. It doesn't sound like nice. I still use my Metal Death Jester model that's old enough to vote. I think this model's like that older than me, to be fair. It reminds us of a time when we were less jaded and still full of wanderlust. They are the models that we had when we first learned the lore. Models that first come to mind when thinking of 100% coordinated. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my favourite old models is the Iron Warriors Metal Warsmith. Stu Will, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend. Thank you for paying into the sick pay fund and making up for me missing both of yesterday's streams. Shout out. Good evening, Dempseys. We love the Liam and Grandma Luke show.
Thank you.
My favorite army is a converted sisters army where they are all returned from the beyond by Big E like the Legion of the Damned. My favorite model is a plastic Krieger and kill team who will not die.
That's a converted sisters army. That's a lot of work. Is that an old one, Neil, or a recent one? Thanks for the 10, by the way, man. You're a legend. Is that an old army? Because that old army was metal as well. That would have been fucking expensive. My favourite model is the Plastic Krieger. The Plastic Kriegers are beautiful, by the way. Hey, you had a cracking week. I do have one critical question. What is the best crisp flavour? What's the best crisp flavour? It's hard now. Chips, for the way for you Americans. Bag of chips. That's what we're talking about. That's a hard one.
I don't know about flavour, but a crisp sandwich.
That's not you can't. That's not as a cop out. That's not answering the question.
Sandwich doesn't matter about the flavour because it's the crunch and you have to squish it. You can't put broken crisps in a crisp sandwich. You have to put fine crisps and then break them in the sandwich.
Who has Lou swapped sides, or am I cracking up? No, she's not. She's just still there. When did you last watch Asbo? Because we have moved the office around. I don't know if you've noticed that much. But that was like in New Year's, by the way. So here's a fun fact: as a child, when Mum used to buy the multi-bag pack of crisps, right, and she used to put them in the cupboard, and then she used to put a pack of in each mine and my brother's lunchbox. What my mum used to do when she used to make her lunchboxes for school is she would just go in, grab 2 bags, one in mine, one in my brother's lunchbox, put the lid on. She wouldn't look at the flavours. Back then, what we used to get was like multi-bag, like Tesco's equivalent of Walker's, whatever. So in there you add ready salted, right, salt and vinegar, prawn cocktail, smoky bacon, cheese and onion, right?
What about roast chicken?
Not in that multi-bag. These were the ones that I'm pretty sure these were the ones you got, right? And then, so, my favourite was a prawn cocktail. Close second, salt and vinegar, smoky bacon, probably ready salted, cheese and onion bottom. Now, as a 37-year-old man, I love a good bag of cheese and onion now.
Yeah.
What changed? Why were cheese and onion the shittest crisps in the world as a kid, and now I love them? I don't understand. What happens there, chat? What can I eat? At the moment, I am monumentally partial to ready salted.
What's your favourite crisp? Not flavour, like crisp.
That's a tough one.
Mine is, Morrison's haven't done them in a really long time, but they're the fish and chips. They're expensive.
Oh, the little white packets.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're great.
So expensive.
Are they crisps though?
You could lick the pack.
They're like a biscuit. I don't even know if they're crisp. They're like a biscuit.
Cracker? Maybe they're in the crisp aisle.
Like Scampi fries. Scampi fries aren't really a crisp, I don't feel like.
What makes a crisp a crisp?
Exactly.
Because if you're going to say potato, that's Doritos out.
Yeah, Doritos aren't crisps though, are they?
They're
tortilla chips, essentially.
Yeah. That's half the aisle out now. Doritos, any kind of cheap version of tortilla chips.
This is hard. The thing is you'd find it quite easy to find a good bag of smoky bacon or a good bag of salt and vinegar, but then people like the real McCoys come in and mess it all up with their flame grilled steak are incredible. Yeah. But they even have like their Thai sweet chicken, chili chicken, and all that fucking nonsense. What about
the bag where you have to put your own salt in and then shake the bag?
Oh,
they're awful, I think. They're awful. Why am I paying to finish off the factory's job? Bullshit crisps is what they are.
I do love a good bag of Quaver. Do you know the biggest problem with crisps nowadays?
Wafers.
Do you know the biggest problem with crisps nowadays?
They're less and...
Packets are too small.
Yeah.
I had a packet of the bacon rashers that you get the other day. It's about that big now. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's like a shot.
Frazzles.
It's like a shot of frazzles now. It's not a full mouthful. Not even a mouthful.
And knickknacks, they've got smaller.
Nowadays, you can literally open a bag, one shot it, done.
Crisp dust. That's it. You got to smack the bag against a brick wall, get it down to a fine dust, one shot it, done. I've had my shot of bad fats and salt and flavouring and sugar and probably corn syrup.
It's yeah. It's all gone to shit now. It's all gone to shit. I tell you what I am partial to. I am partial to a flaming hot giant what's it.
Yeah, my hairdresser likes the giant what's it.
In fact,
if I
flaming
need to
hot
bribe
anything.
her to change my appointment, I need to float a bag of giant what's it's under her nose.
Flaming hot giant what's it's. Trust me, chat. They sell them in Morrison's. Game changing. But then they're almost as good as flaming hot Monster Munch, but they can be a pain in the ass to eat.
Monster Munch have gone down, I think. They used to be, the pickled onion used to make like your smile curl right at the edge of your mouth like a good cheese, and now they're just
like a black bomber.
Yeah, you feel like your head twitch a bit because it's so flavourful.
Yeah. Thank you, Lazy Architect, for the gift as well. You're a hero. Peter, thank you for the 10. Unfortunately, Amy is a fucking fussy little bitch, and because it's Canadian and not US, she won't read it out loud. Bitch. Collected Bretonian in GR4. Knight of the Realm still favourite. However, Angron and Demon Prince are phenomenal models that haven't built the line yet. Guilty as charged. A collector. That's fine, mate. Like the Demon Prince and Angron are stunning models. The Lion is beautiful as well, actually. To do it justice, I hope in the box today, because to do it justice, I feel like I'm going to have to sub-assemble it before I can work out. Hang on. I need to work out the sub-assemblies before I can actually paint it, right? So...
You're an audio delight.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. At least I'm streaming, all right? At least I'm working.
Garsty's coming with a good one.
What's he said?
Transformer snacks. Do you remember those?
No. But...
They're a bit like the alien heads.
That does make me think of Pom Bears, which were great until I found Dexter's.
Yeah, Morrison's own ones. They're very nice. Pom Bears aren't salty enough.
Morrison's Dexter dogs are like Pom Bears, but nicer. I love them. Dexters. Go get some Dexters, chat. They're amazing.
I think they're like £1 or something.
Neil, thank you for the 5 gifted. On to 48 of the sick pay members. Your hero. Middle-earth Balrog, epic model. Yeah? Is that time of the month for Amy I fell out of her? No, it's just because she doesn't recognise Canadian bucks as real bucks. So like I have to set a threshold on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do tonight for your chat.
Right. So.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do tonight for your chat. We're going to go into super chats now, right? Because I originally put a price on what she'd read out, okay? And the reason why I put a price on what she'd read out is because you lot were getting silly, quite honestly. Everyone was just, no, I'm being serious. Everyone was just donating 2, and I just sat here and got constantly interrupted by explosions.
Yeah.
Explosion. It's just non-fucking stop, right? And then super chats over the course of the last 3 months have fucking died, to be honest. Which, I mean, life is expensive right now, and it's Christmas time and all that kind of stuff. So what I've just done now is I've reduced the alert amount in Streamlabs for super chats back down to 0. Now, use this power responsibly.
Grim Witch Bun has said, mini cheddars are my go-to savoury packet snack. Mine too, until I bought the red Leicester ones.
Oh, they're awful.
What did they
But the
do?
barbecue ones are great.
Are they?
Yeah, Evan, thank you for the gifted. You're a legend.
And then Asbo has come in with tomato toms.
What's a tomato tom?
They're like little balls that are super duper duper tomatoey. That's all I can say. I don't know how to. I don't even think they're like. They must be like a corn snack, or they're not potato, but they're great.
We counting Pringles? Pringles crisps?
Yeah.
I fucking love a Pringle. I love a Pringle.
We loves a Pringle.
I am Pringles marketing. Once I've popped.
Do you remember the little red? I guess you could get different colours, but little lunchbox portion.
Yeah. In the little plastic cup.
Yeah, we need to get some of those.
See?
The reveal for Radukar the Beast was my gateway drug to Sigmar.
We all need one drug. Just one little taste, Kaz. That's what they go for. GW just give you one little taste. One little... That's it, then you're hooked.
They're the Pringle world.
One little lick of crack. There you go. You're in. Right. Dane, you need to say things like nice haircut because she did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Fun fact, we've gone all the way down the back, right? Someone said it's a bit short. Well, we had to make it all the same level.
Blend it. Because you were there, full of mucus, looking pretty miserable, and you follow the mantra of look good, feel good. So you had felt miserable and sad for a couple of hours and you went, no, I'm not feeling like this anymore. I'm bored of this feeling. So we'll cut my hair, I'll jump in the shower, and then, hey presto, I will be cured because look good, feel good.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
We tried. But she cut it all the way down the back as well. I don't know if you can see. Could they see that? I can't see. The problem is, when I try and look, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can never see it. It never stays still long enough. Flame grilled steak McGoys. Goat. Love those. Amazing. I saw someone say salt and vinegar Pringles until my mouth hurts. Honestly,
Yeah.
I can just keep eating them.
Yeah.
I can just keep eating them forever. What's your favourite ice cream?
So, Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, but
Oh, mine's Ben & Jerry's, but not cookie dough.
I think it's either Morrison's or Tesco's. They do their own version of cart door strawberry, and it must be from the same factory. It must be. I know some brands do that. It has to be because it's almost identical.
Yeah, stick monkey, because I've got a hairy back. Basically, the mohawk just goes all the way down to my arsehole. And what she's done is she's just cut in one big fucking arrow.
But then a rum and raisin is nice. Or I don't know, mint
Fish
chocolate
food.
chip.
Fish food.
Fish food's too sweet.
Mint chocolate chip is a very close second, but fish food.
It's the mint choc chip that could replace fish with teeth. Is so fresh.
Morrison's, you rich bastard.
It's not about being rich, Mark. It's about the fact I can literally walk there. It's like 3 minutes walk. Literally 3 minutes walk in that direction, and I'm at Morrison's. That's the only reason why we use Morrison's, because it's 3 minutes walk. If I lived 3 minutes walk from Asda, I'd be in fucking Asda.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. It's just because I can walk there. Oh my lord. Ben & Jeremy's Caramel Sutra. Never had that one. Consultant prescribed lots of ice cream. Amazing. Exclamation mark chat to pay for some more Ben & Jerry's, because you see how much shit that costs now.
You know, it's mad.
Oh my lord.
That's why it's like, do I really, really want it? Because it's nearly £7 in some shops. It's mad.
Yeah. Ben & Jerry's is expensive. Mint choc chip is the best flavour. Mint choc chip is a strong second to fish food.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like you can't beat a classic Magnum.
Leeks has said, at the risk of making myself sound incredibly middle class, I bloody love a raspberry sorbet.
Amazing. I bloody love is one of the channel fucking phrases now. It comes from Jill, and I bloody love a raffle.
I bloody love
That's
a
where
raffle.
it started. To make your mouth hurt, it's salt and vinegar peanuts. Even better when you're at the bottom of the bag and you shot the dust. I love doing that shit. Haagen-Dazs salted caramel. Listen to you fucking posh cunts. Hazelnut gelato is great. Otherwise, almond magnums.
I will never understand salted caramel.
I'm not against it.
I think it's had the arse kicked out of it and it's in everything.
I'm not against salted caramel.
My barometer hasn't moved for like 3 days. I think I need to tap it. I need to move the
But the
needle
weather
on
hasn't
it.
really changed either. It's been
But
about
it's
the
also
same.
not raining.
No, but
It says it's pointing at rain.
it's pointing at fair. The set needle's at
Oh,
rain.
okay.
The set needle's pointed to
I
rain.
thought
But
rain and fair the other way around. Maybe it's fine then. I think I'll still move the needle and tap it though.
don't you have to move the needle to what it is every time?
Not every time, only if
I
you're
don't
not sure.
fucking know.
I'll tap
My favourite model is Stilts McGee. Fuck off, Dane. You're lying to me. Fish. Have you seen as well? She's reading them out at £2 now, team. I'm just saying.
It's true. I bloody love a raffle.
That's how desperate we're getting for sick pay, right? Nothing beats ice cream at the seaside. So, okay, the one thing that beats fish food and cookie dough and mint chocolate chip is a fucking full-on Mr. Whippy with 2 flakes.
Do you know how much they are now?
I dread to think, because they used to be 99p and I don't want to know.
Last year, the ice cream van pulled up on our street and the boys had been ever so good. Mum, we've been ever so good. So I thought, okay, fine, we'll go and get ice creams. I took a £5 out with me for 2 ice creams. Ended up having to boot my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's mad.
Oh my God, I'm struggling here, team. For 2 ice creams? Mm-hmm. Jesus fucking Christ.
They're not 90, even though they're called 99s, they're not 99p. They haven't been for the longest time.
This is why those fuckers are driving around in the winter. I remember the other day, this was probably December time, pissing down with rain. I had the fucking ice cream van. I was like, are you on crack? Who's going, yeah, it's about the right weather for an ice cream. I was like, no wonder he's fucking grinding the money out. But he's going to have to grind the money out if he's charging 85 quid an ice cream.
Apparently, you shouldn't eat them if you're pregnant.
You shouldn't eat them?
No, because I think there's a salmonella risk in how the ice cream, I don't know.
I should hope I get some salmonella for fucking 4 quid ice cream.
If there's a heavily pregnant woman in the midst of summer, come bombarding her way through to the ice cream truck, I'm not getting in her way. No way.
Asby, you some sort of sick fuck. Have you seen what he said? Getting Neapolitan and then stirring it till it blends.
Oh yeah, it's like a milkshake.
That's not how you eat Neapolitan, you fucking animal. Oh no. Feast and eating the centre chocolate last. Used to love an Arctic roll. We have got
I haven't had an Arctic roll in
absolute
ages.
chat full of pretentious fucks here, haven't we? I love an ice cream during the rain, says Liam Russ. Don't fucking sit there and prove me wrong. That's what you're here for. I love an ice cream in the winter. Shut up, you lot. I feel like sometimes you just be contrary for the sake of it. I know what we'll do. We'll just prove Liam wrong. Fucking ice creams at winter. Shut up.
My favourite models are Greater Narlock, Yavara Battlesuit, and my converted Storm Boys on jet-powered surfboards aptly named Board Boys.
Board Boys sounds amazing, Evan. Thanks for the 8-man, what a hero. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the gifted. You're a legend. See, she's reading them all now. Super chats have calmed down, she can read them all. That puts us, Mr. the Mordy Hammer, on 50 gifted. Look at that. Look at that, you legends. We are 25% of the way there to my sick pay. I only put it that high, by the way, because we normally say 50 members a stream, right? And we didn't, no, 100 members a stream, and we didn't do Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, right.
So that would have been 200. So strictly, chat, I've set you a lower target. Think about it. Logically. What are you laughing at?
You.
Well, it should be 300 and I set 200.
Because you're just a nice guy.
I'm just a nice guy.
Yeah.
Just a nice guy.
Medic. Oh, where is he? 40k Medic says, I'm assuming flakes are American sprinkles.
No. No, flakes are like little chocolate bar things that are about that big that are very fucking flaky. Yeah. And they're a waste of money because you bite it and half the shit ends up on the floor. Doesn't it?
This is another thing that I bang against the brick wall and then I one-shot the flake.
You one-shot the
It's the best way to do it. Otherwise, it does end up all down you and you get melted chocolate in places there shouldn't be melted chocolate.
Loose does a lot of one-shot, you've noticed, right?
I don't have time for sitting there pretty eating stuff. It's got to just go straight in.
It says, my breath tastes like curry. Brother Alan, thank you for the 5 gifted. 55. Oh, I can't even remember what side it is anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm struggling here.
Shall we call your old boss? It's time.
Yeah. What, to have him put down?
He's gotten as far as he can. It's time to go back to the grind.
Oh. It's not
the
that I don't
mothership will call
I'm
you
lying.
back.
It's not that I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do this when I feel like this. It's fucking horrible. But, you know, Calippo shots were amazing ice creams. Can anyone in chat recommend a good gap filler for metal models? Just not green stuff, then. Razor, right? I mean, I had... what was it called? I had some modelling putty, and I can't remember what it was called. It was black, though. That was pretty good stuff, to be fair. Someone give him 150 to go to bed. Jesus Christ, Dan. I have mental images of Luce doing lines of flakes. What happens?
Best.
That's why she always has these little brown rings around her nose.
Yeah, that's why.
Best ice cream ever was in Iceland, the country, in March. I'm glad you clarified rather than thinking it was a superstore. With the hailstones flying in sideways, the ice cream was warmer than the wind chill. Amazing. Talking about flakes is just making me think of Cadbury World. Oh my god, we went to Cadbury World before Christmas. It was awful. However, that being said, I could quite happily get out of bed every morning and smell the same smell we got when we stepped out into that car park.
Oh, the air just smelled of chocolate.
Just smells like chocolate. Can't you make sprue goo thicker and use that? You could, I guess, yeah. You could, absolutely. It would probably take fine as well, to be fair. Sprue glue is incredible stuff, by the way. If you know what sprue glue is, right, you get basically a bottle of this stuff, right? Tamiya extra thin cement. I guess you don't have to use this, but this is what I think most people use. You get it down to about that level there-ish, I reckon. About, I don't know, what, a fifth of a bottle-ish, right? And then what you do is you take an old sprue and you just chop little bits off your sprue and you just chuck it in here and leave it overnight and then mix it up. See how thick it is, right? Have it thick. Oh. If you have another bottle of this stuff and more sprue, you can obviously add more of the fluid or more of the sprue as required. It turns it into a thick plastic goo, right? Hence sprue goo, because it's goo made from sprue.
Does the glue dissolve?
Yeah, so the glue basically breaks all the plastic down into a thick, like, gooey substance. And then what you can do is when you have a gap where you've put two bits of panel together on a tank, or you've, I don't know, put two bits of robe together on a big cloak, and it shouldn't have a gap in it naturally. It should just be a piece of material naturally, but the model has been made with these bits separate. You basically paint, you use the brush on this, and you paint the sprue goo into the gaps. And then it will dry hard like plastic, because it dries hard. And then you just sand it down, and then you can smooth all the gaps out and get rid of them. It's amazing.
Dave B, I remember this blue ice cream in Tenerife was vanilla flavoured, so blue it turned your poo blue.
Is
that like, that's a marker food like beetroot is.
Was it legal? Turns your poo blue, is it legal? That's why he
remembers it so vividly.
Yeah.
Because it had hallucinogens in it. Was it shroom ice cream, Dave?
Yeah. What handed it to you? Was it a pirate?
What are you looking for?
I had some somewhere, but I don't know what I've done with it.
What, sprue glue?
Yeah, I had some sprue glue somewhere, but I don't know where I've put it. So I can't show you right now. And I'm just looking around, like, too much stuff around me that I also can't show, so I can't move things to show it. So, oh, John. It's all right, chat. Don't worry. He came here and fucking saved you again, didn't he? We're raising sick pay tonight, John. Thank you for the 50 gifted, you fucking hero. You absolute legend. It's your favourite model of all time, John. We need to know. People demand to know. I basically already do that sprue goo, but with just adding sprue shavings to the gaps for plastic glue. I mean, it's similar thing, right? Similar principle. It does the same job. Oh, Eric. Oh, they've woken up. Fuck me, they've woken up. John turned up, they all woke up. Raspberry sherbet on ice cream. Oh, I love a good lemon sherbet. I basically like anything lemon as well, though.
Do you think dib dabs taste the same?
I haven't had one for so long, I couldn't tell you.
Because Ben had a dib dab the other day.
Yeah?
And he had one. Before that, he had one a little while ago as well, and I tasted it. And you know when you think, I'm sure this was...
He was hard work with the dib dab.
Sour.
Because I gave him the little lolly, and I showed him that you have to lick it, stick it in the fucking powdery stuff. And he just ate the biscuit thing straight away. Brilliant, well done.
Stuck his finger in.
And then he just stuck his finger in. Liam is my favourite model. Oh, drop that, Dave. You stop. Mr. the Ballsack. We know who you are now as well, John. 50 more. This is why we have a little shrine to John in the corner of the room, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We all have to, everyone in the house, kids included, have to come down in the morning and kiss the shrine's feet. Every day. Every day. This is why. Channel hero indeed. Honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable. He still hasn't told us his favourite model yet. That'll make the night better. He does, yeah. My favourite model is an old metal scout that I painted up as a pre-heresy world eater scout. That sounds... Have you still got it? Send me a picture. I won't show it.
Random question. What kind of mental prep do you do before streaming? What is your pre-game routine, so to speak, for a 40k After Dark versus a Barop?
Depends, actually. There's one.
You sound like you're making sprue glue.
Thanks, Mark. You're a hero. So mental prep is weird because it wildly varies. Wildly varies. And there's mainly, 2-3 different factors. So I'll be straight up. 40k after dark prep is basically 0. I just need to work out a topic and make a thumbnail. Right? In terms of mental prep for the stream, I don't. Because I always feel like 40k after dark on a Friday night.
Who is playing who next week? Bombardment.
Oh, we'll have a look in a minute, Big Rappy again. Thank you for the tea. You're a legend. So I always feel like 40k after dark is quite literally just sat talking to mates. Like, I feel like chat is your mates at this point, right? We're all one family chatting nonsense, telling jokes, being silly. One of the reasons why I was more inclined to do 40k after dark tonight is because I'm like, it's not huge amounts of energy. And, you know, I can be quite relaxed. I feel like I could be quite relaxed. I could be quite chilled out. So it's kind of less pressure. The 40k show or other Talking Heads live stream is a little bit more mental prep. And I like to kind of be sat at my desk at least half an hour beforehand, and I settle into it and I run through my stream buttons multiple times, and I do the launch a few times, and I get everything ready, and then I'm good to go. Especially if we're talking about a serious topic, and if it's something that's like involves information, I'll have to read the article beforehand, all that kind of stuff, just to kind of, you know, and prep like what my discussion is going to be, what my argument's going to be. I like to kind of just be sat here for half an hour beforehand. Stream games they depend as well. There's 2 different versions. Version number 1 is when I know the army. Version number 2 is when I don't know the army. When I know the army, it's actually quite chill before stream games. We'll also, by the way, we're going to be opening up behind the scenes slots soon to Thanes, who can come down on a Tuesday or Thursday night of their choice and hang out in the studio and watch the game live as a live studio audience. We'll be opening that up pretty soon, actually. So they'll be able to see all the prep that goes on, just so you know. And so we are normally ready at least, again, half an hour beforehand, and I'll be stood at the table, and I just have to kind of get in the zone ready to present. And part of that is about bringing energy up. So sometimes it involves, not for me personally at the moment, but it involves energy drinks. But, you know, otherwise it's like a cup of tea, stand there at the table, start to kind of wake yourself up, get fresh, get ready to go. And I want to go live with a bit of energy, and I will need to try and keep the energy high for 3 hours. If it's just an army I already know, that's that, done. If it's an army I don't know, that extends out another 15 to half an hour at least, and I'll skim through the data cards that I'm using all over again. I'll try and skim through the stratagems all over again. I'll try and get that in my head as well. So, so get the picture of the scout on WhatsApp. I'll have a look at it later, John. Thank you. You're a legend. But mental prep-wise, I guess the biggest thing is to try and just get in the space where you put everything else out your mind and you just go in to entertain people, I guess. Sort of.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you'll see sometimes when we have tech gremlins on stream, that can be some of the most frustrating stuff in the world, because I'll run through the launch, I'll check all the camera angles, I'll have the stream running on OBS for 20 minutes before we go live. Everything's good, and then we get to go live, and then it goes, tech gremlin! You're like, you motherfucker. But that's live TV for you, right?
Hello.
That's live TV. Mrs. Van Holier, thank you for the 5. Just Jupiter, thank you for the 1. Jill, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. You people are all incredible. Up to 165 of the finest new Great Hall members for the evening. You're amazing people. Peter, to answer your question, sir, I'm going to have to go into my infamous spreadsheets. Calendar? No, not calendar. Google Drive. Google Drive. Let's have a look at the stream schedule for February. What day is it going to be? The 6th, isn't it?
What's that?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
We haven't got armies at the moment. We've just got players. So Tuesday is Joe playing Brom, and then Thursday is me playing Joe. We don't have armies. So you lot can help me with that if you want. As long as it's armies that we actually play, you lot can help us with that if you want to. But yeah. So we are we are going to be opening up behind the scenes slots to start with the Thanes. I say to start with, I'll explain in just a moment. But the reason why I'm going to start with the Thanes, those people pay an insane amount of money and they're in a WhatsApp chat, and I feel like there's a lot of trust that I have with the Thanes. So we can trial this process with them to start with. What I think we're going to do, because it's a behind the scenes benefit, is I think we will open it up to Haskell tiers and above. Won't go any lower. And what we'll do is we'll end up putting out, I don't know, applications, I guess, or something, where you can pick a date and then we'll probably limit it to, I reckon, like 2 to 3 people a night.
Okay.
Because I feel like if it's 2 people, we can look after those 2 people for the evening, and we can take care of them. But if it's like 8 people, it's a lot harder to look after 8 people.
It's a bit like doing a roast dinner, I think. When you have 1 or 2 extra at the table, it's like, oh, that's okay. And then the second it becomes like Christmas roast dinner, where there's all of a sudden 15 people, and you think, this is now going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
This is too buku. I
can't look after people at all, you know. So the intent will be, because they're going to have probably a hotel room the night of the stream at the very least. So the intent will be that they can come over mid to late morning or something like that. You know, and then we can well, if it's Thursday, there'll be Liam and Joe show, but otherwise we'll have some sort of food, which we'll probably order into the studio, and then they'll see the prep of the stream and all the setup going on, and then they'll sit and be involved, not necessarily be involved. Well, maybe we could get them involved, but they'll be sitting watching the live stream happen from the studio rather than from their homes, if they want to. You know, it's just an option. It's not something you have to pay to do. It's just, you get it by being one of those membership tiers already. I think it's just a nice behind-the-scenes bonus extra, and if it goes really, really well, it's something we could open up a bit further on and do and develop a bit more in the future as well. But like, I keep thinking about things we can do in the studio, and normally, like, I default to extra content, but extra content is really hard.
Good evening, you gorgeous bastard. Love the balanced data slate. My Templars only got mildly nerfed, and I'm okay with that. Just got Lord Croak. Amazing model.
Lord Croak is an incredible model. Carlos, thank you for the 10. You're a legend. Yeah, so normally that my brain goes extra content, but extra content is hard when you don't have extra staff members and you can't just make extra time in the week. So what we can do with the studio, by opening it up to guests, having more behind the scenes kind of like live studio audience type stuff, we're using the studio more without necessarily having to ramp up by doing 25 million videos a day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. I'm happy with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push my microphone a bit further away. I'll be all right. It's a cough sweet. It's fine. Yeah. Just because I need a cough sweet, right? So hopefully it won't be too annoying to you. If it's annoying, tough, suck it up. All right, I'm live. Shut up. What do you want? Sisters versus Jotam. He'll love that. We can do that. We can maybe do that. Thousand Sons versus Sisters. Yes, Jill. Thousand Sons. Joe doesn't play Thousand Sons though. Joe doesn't play Thousand Sons. Definitely going to have to discuss with her about becoming a Thane and planning a vacation.
Oh, Sean, I have excellent bread news, because Sean sometimes gives me cooking advice.
Okay.
I have found a hot dog bun recipe that is idiot proof, because I definitely overproved it. And I made wraps tonight, and I had clean plates pretty much, nearly.
They were nice, actually, yeah. Vision in, thank you for the 1 gifted. Ebflow, thank you for the 1 gift as well. You people are incredible. If you want to join OnlyThings, if you want one of those early access behind the scenes slots, you know, just for the tiny fee, you also get access to a private WhatsApp chat, which has now become a private WhatsApp community, which has an announcement thread for early access merchandise. So the Thanes have already had access to the polo shirts that should be coming out on general sale end of February, despite the fact that I put the order in early January. Hey, that's a stockist issue.
Yeah.
But the Thanes have already had access to those. There's also a Thanes meetup area in this. I didn't know you could build communities on WhatsApp. And there's now the In Thane Book Club. Not my name.
Insane.
I can't, because it's in the Thanes. I can't take the credit for that one. That's all Sean's work.
Insane in the membrane.
Can Joe pick us up on a Joe ped? Look, Carl. Despite the fact that we don't have any money as a channel, I have actively said to Joe I would love to put him through a CBT and get him a Joe ped, because I think it'd just be hilarious. My only rule, I was like, I'll pay for your CBT and I'll buy you your Joe ped. The only rule is I'm allowed to strap a camera to it facing him, and I get the rights to all of the footage. That was my only rule. That's all I wanted. I just wanted the rights to the footage of Joe on a Joe ped. And I was going to get him an open face helmet with some goggles. That's all I wanted. I said, you don't have to pay a penny, Joe. I just want the rights to all the footage.
And as he's writing down, it's
Jill, the hoodies, right? if you're about the Canterbury ones that the guys are wearing, which all of them adore, by the way, I need to push the supplier to get a load more in stock. We're probably going to run a made-to-order version for it first in the things like we did the polo shirts. And then once we've done the made-to-order run, then I'll look at buying stock for them, but they're a lot more expensive than... Oh, no, they're not that much. They're a fair amount more expensive than the shirts. So... Oh, excuse me, that's a horrible sound out of the microwave. Apologies. Needs a good mic too. Oh, no, I'd have to tape a microphone to his helmet, plugged into the GoPro that'd be mounted to his handlebars that I have the rights to the footage for. That's what you want.
Dance for me, Joe, dance.
That's gold content, that. Joe's trip to work, uploaded every week. An hour and 15 minutes of Joe... Well, actually, it'd be more than that. It'd be an hour and a half of Joe on a Joe-ped talking to himself on the way to work. Liam on the bike and Joe in the sidecar. I'm not doing sidecars, team. Stop it. And a pilot scarf. Yes, exactly. With a bit of wire in it, so it's always out even if there's no wind. So when he comes off, he's still got this scarf coming out behind him like that. Even if he's walking around Morrison's.
He couldn't walk very far without clearing off a shelf of soups.
No,
the scarf would just...
I reckon if you can you imagine Joe walking around Morrison's with an open-faced helmet on, goggles, and a scarf coming up like
and his Wallace and Gromit music.
Oh my lord.
Luce is brilliant. Luce is amazing. We love Luce. We love Luce. Bombardment.
Bombardment.
I'll just go.
Bye.
You want to sit here?
No.
Oh, he's drugged up to his eyeballs. Who is? If you're talking about me,
I don't think it's very safe that we're drugging Joe if he's on his Joe-ped with limited vision because those goggles.
I'd love to see Joe on a
There's
Joe-ped
no peripheral
with his goggles. The goggles are great. Like proper pilot goggles, big fucking thick bastards like that.
Does he have to speak like a proper army officer because he's got pilot goggles on?
Well, contractually, what he'll have to do is once per ride, he'll have to go tally ho.
Please get Joe on a Joe up with Boone music.
She doesn't like the word Joe-ped, does she? You'd have to develop the tash to be the twirly one. I mean, he's kind of there anyway, biblical nipple, to be fair. I'm currently looking at building an old world orcs and gobbos list where I max out the number of orc chariots with 3 crew and a character per model. 4 orcs squished into the space of 2. Sounds amazing.
Oh, you're drugged up because you said microwave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying here.
Do you know how I knew he wasn't very well on Wednesday, chat? He put the salad cream back in the fridge upside down without the lid on it. So I opened it and went, "Ah, he likes to give me things to do." Does Liam?
Oh, honestly. It's been a long couple of days. When I first woke up this morning, I was like, there won't be a show tonight. Genuinely. I had to, again, something I shared with the things, I had to clear out the garage because I had to clear out the bikes out the garage, and then the old backdrop for the studio.
Yeah.
We used to have you guys remember, in the backdrop of the old garage, we had the IKEA KALLAX unit, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in the world loves a KALLAX unit.
Yeah.
No one ever has ever said anything bad about KALLAX.
No.
It's just great. KALLAX is just great.
They're just so versatile.
Yeah, they're incredible. All right. So that old KALLAX unit that we had in the backdrop, which we bought, I was talking to Joe about this literally today, right? We bought that KALLAX unit before James was born. So over 11 years ago, we bought that KALLAX unit because we bought it for his nursery in our very first house, which is our married quarter up in Ipswich. We then dismantled it from Ipswich and moved it to Chesham and put it back up again, where we stayed for 6 months in Chesham before we worked out that we hated that place. We then dismantled it and moved it down into Totton into Shelley Road and put it back up there in their bedroom and had it just in their bedroom. And then we used it to split their bedroom in half as a splitting wall because we had a 2 up, 2 down house.
Yeah.
And then we dismantled it, we brought it into this house and we put it up in the spare room and we built it in the spare room. Used a toy unit. Then we dismantled it, took it down into the garage and built it again. So it's been dismantled and put back together 5 or 6 times.
Could you get Joe on a Joe up and have Luce throw lawn darts at him with Black Sabbath in the background?
Yes, Carlos. Just for that vibe, yes, absolutely. So we built and dismantled that unit, and we did that about 4 or 5 times. and it became the backdrop for the studio. And when it became the backdrop for the studio, we did some modifications to it. We bolted things in the top, which was that paneling that you saw, which was where the kind of top camera was mounted for the dice camera and stuff like that. And then what we also did is we bought some of that backing stuff that you get behind like drawers and shit. And we tacked that to the back with many tacks to give that white backdrop in behind it, because Kallax doesn't normally come with the backing. Since moving out, I don't have a use for it. I wanted the garage to feel a bit more spacious, so I wanted to get rid of it. And I was just gonna chuck it out, and it's like, no, you can't chuck it out. I was like, okay, where do you want to put it? She's like, we've got nowhere for it. I was like, well, it's not staying in the garage. We can't chuck it out. And I was chatting to Joe about this dilemma that I had. I was like, Joe, I want to bin it, and Luce refuses to let me get rid of it. Yeah. He's like, I'll have it. I was like, what do you mean? He said, I could really use it, actually. He's got a garage full of stuff all over his floor, mostly kits and plastic kits and stuff, because his garage has also got his painting desk and stuff in it. He's like, I'll have it. I was like, okay. So I checked with Luce, and Luce's like, well, it's being used. I'm happy with it. So that went today. And my mate Rusty turned up with his van. Rusty, by the way, the legend, is the same man who built the studio. Right?
Hang in there, buddy. Keep gifting this man memberships.
Thank you so much, John. I love you. Thanks for the 50, man. I'm hanging in. We're getting there. We'll tell stories that will keep me busy, right? So I said to Rusty, right, it's quite big. So I sent in the dimensions, right? It's as a Kallax, you guys saw it's a 5x5, right? I said, it's quite big, this thing. Is your van that big? Sent in the dimensions. He was like, yeah, it'll fit. He pulled up today on the driveway. I looked at his van, looked at the unit, looked at his van, looked at the unit. I was like, Rusty, I don't think that's going to fit. Yeah, it'll fit.
Is my tape measure the same as your tape measure?
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe you're one of these short people blessed with giant penises, because that looks like it's not going to fit to me. And I don't think there's a way you can thumb that in. And so we picked it up, we dragged it out the garage, and I was like, it's taller than your van. He's like, yeah, we'll tilt it 45 degrees and it'll just go in that way. I was like, I don't think it's going to work, Rusty. He's like, yeah. So we tilted it 45 degrees, lined it up, and and then he was like, and I was like, fucking holding it, right? Weak as a kitten right now. I've been sick for 2 days, right? Sick for 2 days, weak as a kitten, holding this fucking thing up, and he's like, it's not going to fit. I was like, no fucking shit. So we stood it back up. And I was like, this is a problem, because I've promised it to Joe today. And he was like, it's all right. We'll put it on the roof of his van.
Yeah, I know. I hung out the bedroom window and I went, I'm not lying to the A&E nurses when you have to go in. I'll tell them the truth of how this happened.
So we then proceeded to lift it and put it on his roof. My fucking God, that thing was heavier than I... And
it's really heavy.
The whole reason, like normally when we've gone anywhere, we dismantle, put it back together, dismantle, put it back together. But because I tacked that back on, I didn't want to pull all those tacks out, dismantle it, send it to Joe, rebuild it. So I was like, we're going to have to dismantle, aren't we? He's like, no, we'll put it on the roof. So we lifted the fucking thing up on the roof, got it on there. And then once we put it on his roof, right, on his van roof, and it was just slightly wider than the van, literally on the roof, because it fit between the rails.
Yeah.
And I was like... Are we gonna strap this down? He's like, I've only got 2 straps. Okay. He put 1 strap on it, and he was like, yeah, I think that's enough. I was like, is it enough? Is 1 strap enough? Because it just went from front to back as well.
It's not a 1-strap job.
I didn't think it was. It was just front to back, and I was like, all right, you've pinned it to the roof, but you go around that corner and it goes under that strap. You could kill a man. Here's 1 strap enough for us, are you sure? He's like, yeah, well, I'll get another one. So he got another strap out. He literally went diagonally from one corner to the other. I was like, that's doing the same job. That one's just doing the same job. That's not an extra strap. Like, he's like, is that all right? I was like, I mean, you're driving it. I don't know what to say at this point. So
well, it looked like it got to Joe's house in the same condition.
It got to Joe's house fine.
It.
Yeah, it got to Joe's house perfectly fine. So he drove off. And honestly, as he drove around the corner out of our road, I just expected it. and then the dying screams of a child or something as he crushed a pushchair going around. Anyway,
God.
I heard nothing then for like an hour and 40 minutes ish, and then I finally just got a photo from Joe of the unit in his garage. I was like, oh, thank fuck. I was mildly concerned I'd be being done for assisted manslaughter for a while. Honestly. So yeah, so it's now in Joe's house. Anyway, the long and short of that story was, I felt shit when I got this one. I was like, there's not going to be a stream today. I went in that garage. I pulled the bikes out. Waited for Rusty. He turned up. I did that. Sweated my tit. Like, I didn't realize how weak I was feeling.
Yeah.
Sweated my tits off helping him lift that thing on the garage. Went back in, hoovered the garage back up, pulled the bikes back in, shut the door, came and sat down here, and I was literally wet. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how much effort that took me.
Yeah. Well, when we first had that unit, you get things to bolt it to the wall because it's deceivingly heavy. And most of the time when you put cabinets right against the wall, they tilt ever so slightly back towards you. So you have to bolt it to the wall.
No, that thing's solid though. So anyway, then I came in here dripping, sat down. I made myself a coffee, had the coffee, and I was like, huh, I actually feel better.
Oh.
Almost like a little bit of exercise, and it was a little bit, almost like a little bit of exercise, made me feel better. And that was the first time in nearly 48 hours that I didn't sit here with just a pounding headache. It was dull and it was there, but it was mini and it was in the back, and I was like, I'm just going to sit here for the day. I've unlocked the secret to feeling better. Just lift a Kallax unit onto a van. If you've ever got man flu, right, you've just got to lift a 5x5 Kallax unit onto a van roof, and you'll feel better. There you go. Right, in the meantime, by the way, shout out to my ballsack. Thank you so much for the 50. You're a legend. Son of Olympia, thank you for the gifted 40k medic upgraded to her skull. What a legend. And Tell, welcome to Jarl tier, you hero.
Y'all ready for this?
It was a business transaction with your employee. That's corporate manslaughter. Oh my god. I'm surprised you're not a Space Wolves guy. I like Space Wolves. Okay, interesting nub, right? I'm a heresy Space Wolves guy. 40k Space Wolves went to... if 40k Space Wolves had gone all Nordic and Viking, I'd be all about them. They went to Werewolf. Hence... Look at his glorious beard. You can't see it. Fuck you. That's why I'm a lying guy, right? Do you think they'll ever make a model for Scrap Metal Man?
Yes.
Shall we give Luce a ton of bits and just let her kit bash a model for Scrap Metal Man?
Can I?
Yeah, that could be a project we'll do. We'll stream it.
Okay.
Not you. We'll just stream. We'll put a camera facing your desk one night.
All right.
On a Friday night,
okay.
So they can just see your hands, and you can kit bash Scrap Metal Man. I'll give you some snips and glue.
Okay.
You're looking like you're less confident with this already.
It's very fiddly.
Well, we could do like 10 Fridays in a row of you just slowly building your Scrap Metal Man.
It would be the most boring watch ever.
I mean, I think it won't be the most boring watch. I think people trying to watch you figure out kit bash would be hilarious. Sick that you shouldn't have laid in bed for 3 days and just gone for a walk. Apparently, yeah. Apparently so. You're a DA player. I am recently. Well, actually, Dark Angels was the very first Space Marines I ever painted ages ago when I was like 12 years old. I've just returned to them. Now they've had all their new Primera sculpts, like these absolutely stunning Deathwing Terminators, which are out on general sale tomorrow, by the way. And I actually have a second box coming that I bought myself because, oh my god, these things are beautiful. Beautiful sculpts with Belial, who, by the way, is shit, and I still want to run him because he just looks amazing. But these things are incredible. So yeah, I'm wondering with things like Blade Guard, and when they finally bring out these Inner Circle veteran thingies, I'm wondering when I can do a full army of just swords, because that will make me happy. People are into hands. Yeah, they are. Only hands. Luce, will you do a stream teaching Jill how to knit? We decided we needed it in the Thames.
I'd love to teach Jill how to knit, although I'm probably a very poor knitter, so I'm not sure how good quality. But I'd love to teach you.
When I was talking about not streaming yesterday, they were talking about what they would do as an alternative. They came up with a you and Jill knitting stream.
Oh, I'd love it.
Very great. Yeah, they are, Carl. All right, I'm building my army. Fuck you. All right, I'll do it at my own pace. You stick there with your metallic green and your non-metallic bone that you haven't done yet, and I'll leave these grey for now until I've got the rest of the stuff that I want to build, paint built, and I'll get it all sprayed in one go. And what I also need to do to get it sprayed is to go to the studio, pick up my spray booth, which is there, and bring it back and put it in my garage so I can actually use my airbrush. So, nah. Right?
Yeah.
Nah. And I was going to pick that booth up on Thursday, and I didn't because I was being a sick note and laying in bed, according to you. Nah.
I feel like it's a difficult thing to balance, that you should definitely go to bed if you're sick and give your body a chance to rest. But having too much time in bed is detrimental for a whole other reason. So
it was weird. So I was in bed till about 11:30 yesterday, I reckon, 12 o'clock, because I didn't sleep all night until like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I kind of snoozed on and off in the morning, and I felt so bad. It was unreal. And if you led down for too long, it was awful. And I came downstairs, and I actually sat at my desk here because I felt guilty that I wasn't doing any work. And I was like, no, I sat here for probably about an hour, right? Genuinely. I sat here for about an hour, and I felt really guilty that I wasn't doing any work. And I was like, what am I thinking? If I was this sick on a full-time job, I would have phoned in sick.
Yeah.
And I would have sat on the sofa, or I would have sat in bed. That was it. That's what I would have done. So I kind of chilled for a bit. I think you guys came home maybe 3, 4 o'clock after the bus had fucked you out a bit. And in the end, as you'll attest to, when you got home, I was like, right, I'm going back to bed. And I went back to bed. And then when I went to bed, I kind of snoozed on and off for a bit. Then I came downstairs, sat on the sofa in the living room, snoozed on and off for a bit. Eventually went to bed last night, and I literally died for 7 hours straight, 7, 8 hours straight. And that's why I think the morning I woke up and felt kind of okay. So, yeah, he's better. He can't paint them cards till he finishes the Allah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to teach Jill to knit. It's very once you kind of get the muscle memory, you can then knit without looking at it, and you can do things like watch telly or.
Yeah. Lima Russ says you could have had norovirus. I mean.
No, norovirus is the vomit and diarrhea, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, we've definitely had that.
It's man flu head cold, but it's one of the worst head colds I've ever had. I think the only time I've ever felt worse than this for a head cold was literally when we had Rona last year, and I took a whole week off streaming.
I remember when I had sinusitis and I couldn't take anything because I was really pregnant with Ben.
Yeah,
that was awful. Yeah,
last year, I don't know if you guys remember, last year, I think it was in October or something, I can see, if I look at my revenue for the whole year, I can see the month I had a week off sick. Because revenue's like revenue, month off, week off sick, revenue, and it just sort of stays level. So that week, that's why I'm so keen not to take too much time off sick, because it really fucking stings the channel, really fucking stings the channel revenue. Unbelievable amounts. It sounds silly, but a lot of you will be like, hey, I'll gift 5 on a Tuesday, and I'll give 5 on a Wednesday, and I'll give 5 on a Friday. Right? Amazing. You're all incredible that do that. I love you. And then when we miss 2 streams and go live on the Friday, like, yeah, I'll give 5 because that's what I do. I'm like, you would have done 15. Right? And again, you're all amazing. I love you. So it really stings when that dip happens. But that last year, that's how I know I'm not as bad now than I was then, because I fucking couldn't do it last year. I was so unwell for a week. Bad. Yeah, it was really bad.
I remember when I was in college, I think it was my 2nd year of college, and I was doing my radio producer volunteering stuff, and I came down with this really, really strange illness, and it ruined my Christmas show. The station manager showed up at my house with a bag of goodies because he was concerned I sounded so bad and I wasn't turning up for my volunteer shift. It later was called norovirus, but it wasn't sickness and diarrhea. It was very, very COVID-like, but couldn't possibly have been because it was...
Chris says norovirus is proof there is no God.
Yeah, 15 plus years ago. But I had such violent shivers. My whole bed frame was shaking. I was shivering so much. I had a hoodie on, my dressing gown on, several duvets, couldn't get warm. I was so weak. I nearly fell down the stairs trying to make myself some soup. I couldn't even carry myself down the stairs. And at that point, I think I was one of my lightest weights at 60 kilos. And literally, I was losing weight again. I was so ill.
Literally the only time my bed frame's ever shook, chat. Before one of you fuckers says it.
Shaking.
Before one of you fuckers says it, right? I'll get in there.
But that took me a good couple of weeks to get over that.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest recovery was building my strength and my stamina back up. It was really bizarre. It came over me very quickly, floored me.
It takes forever to build strength up. It takes no time at all to lose it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Because it's only something like 3 solid days in bed and you are seriously weak.
Yeah. Sick Monkey says, I've had a cough since start of December, if that makes you feel better. No, it doesn't. Other people's pain doesn't make me feel better unless it's Eddie, Brom, Joe. Like, it doesn't make me feel better at all. Do you think the Arbite squad will ever come back in stock? Yeah, if they sold that many, they'll bring it back in. There's a 100-day cold going around. Yeah, Luke was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, they've called it the Christmas cough or the Christmas cold, or the 100-day cough.
I'm pretty sure that. I mean, by Sunday evening vagging or Sunday afternoon twitching, I'll be closer to normal.
Wow, vagging and twitching. My God.
Yeah, twitching and vagging in the same day. By Tuesday's game, I reckon I'll be right as rain, honestly, because the difference in today and yesterday, I messaged the things yesterday, like in the morning, like literally just said, I think I'm dying. It was that bad.
Death is coming for me.
It was so fucking like. I know they say like man flu, men really play on it. I get that. It was unbelievable. I was in a bad way yesterday, and I was like, shit, this could take a while to get over. And then this morning, I felt better but bad. And then after that little bit of exercise, honestly, I feel 100 times better now than I did yesterday. I think you can still tell I'm not 100%, and my headache is basically gone at the moment. Touching all the wood, you'll notice that I've not touched the mead tonight because I don't want to risk it. I want to be back on the Lemsip tonight before I go to bed with the paracetamol because I've been dosed up all day. I don't want to mix it because that would be bad.
Yeah.
I'm out for a pub lunch tomorrow. I won't touch any alcohol because I'm going to keep the medicines up because I'm like, fuck how I felt yesterday.
What was funny about my illness the 15+ years ago? Nobody else in my house caught it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was because norovirus is incredibly contagious. But nobody else got it.
Yeah.
And they were calling it the winter flu virus because I wasn't even allowed to go into my doctor's surgery. They called me, wasn't even allowed to go in, but nobody else caught it. Really weird. Very, very odd.
Yeah.
I just put it down. Someone else said it might be fresh as flu, but that's contagious.
I don't know.
So, I don't know.
I don't know if fresh as flu is an actual... I mean, I know it's a thing,
yeah.
But I don't know if it's like an actual...
I stupidly went, no, I'm at college, not university. It's not fresh as
Stu said, is your temperature? My temperature was high yesterday, but it's normal today, I think. Do you have a sore throat as well? I did. I couldn't swallow for the first 12 to 24 hours of it. Struggled. Yeah. Well, I was sat here on vagging on Wednesday, and I was okay when I started. I was like, I know I'm coming down with this cold, but I'm all right. It'll be fine. It's just a cold. By the time I finished it, I was struggling to swallow. I even said that on the stream. And then all Wednesday night, I couldn't swallow at all. It's fucking awful.
I think it might be elderberry. There's a syrup or a medicine in the shops. I think it's called Sambucol.
Does your head help you look straight at light? Yesterday, yes. Today, no.
And the flavour is either elderberry or blackcurrant or blackberry. But there's a compound naturally found in that berry that envelopes the virus. So it stops it from multiplying as quickly or something.
No idea. That sounds like herbal stuff. I'm like, medicine me up, bitch.
Yeah.
Twitching the vag. Lucy's had her birthday already. She has, yeah. She's had that once a year already. This winter, I'm lucky enough to only have a sniffle. I thought I'd avoided it all. Like, all the flu and cold over Christmas. I mean, luckily we didn't have it over Christmas. But all the cold and flu over Christmas, I was like, we've fucking avoided all of it. That's amazing. And then just over a week ago, about a week and a half ago, the eldest came down with a cold. And it was like 2 days, 3 days, and that was it. He was done. I was like, okay, it's quick. But the youngest didn't get it, and we felt fine. I was like, this is odd, but we'll take it. We'll take it. And then we went last weekend. Oh, was it last? It was last weekend. Last weekend, dropped the kids off on my mum's for the Saturday because it was Lucy's birthday. We went out for the day. Came in the next day, and my mum was like, he was up at 4 o'clock. He's had an awful cough and cold. He's got really snotty. Went and saw my youngest, and the front of his lip was red raw where he'd been rubbing it because he just it was just pouring out of him. And I was like, oh, okay.
I felt like going, good. It's about time, Ben. I'm fucking fed up of us mutating every virus known to man, and by the time it gets to you, you're fucking fine. It's about time you got sick.
So he was unwell, and then again Monday, Tuesday he was quite well. We were like, we've got away with this.
Did you say it out loud?
No. No, you never say it out loud, Luce. Jesus. But I was thinking to myself, I'm not aware of this. And then Wednesday I woke up, I was like, oh no. Actually, it wasn't Tuesday night stream, I was final stream. No problems at all. And then got on the bike to ride home, got halfway through the road home, was like, I've got that funny taste.
The metallic.
Yeah. I was like, oh no. It's fine. I'll ignore it. We'll go to bed.
I'll refuse it.
I'll sleep. We'll get up in the morning, it'll be okay. Wake up always in the morning, I was like, nope, not okay.
You should have been like, I refuse to get sick. I'm refusing it.
Not get sick right now. Them's the rules.
Forbidding it.
Right, chat. You are literally 31 members away from hitting my sick pay target, which was 100 less than if I'd done all 3 streams, right? Do you reckon you could do it for me? 200 people in chat. If everyone gives a single membership at the very least, we'll easily breeze through it. We'll double it nearly. If you all give 5, I'll get you a bonus stream on... I don't know when. When I'll fit it in. We'll get you a bonus stream. If every single one of you gets 5 now. But that means it's 1,000 extra members, right? So, I mean, it's going to be... You're going to have to go some to get that bonus stream off me. Just say. Last as long as I can, night all. I hope you feel better soon. Thanks, Aspo. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all feeling better. Aspo had surgery yesterday.
Oh, why?
Yeah. There's a lump under his tongue that they've removed. They also had to remove 5 teeth at the same time to remove the lump under his tongue. And he's currently been literally prescribed ice cream with stitches under there. Oh, it sounds awful.
The lump sounds ominous. I don't like the word lump anymore.
No, they've removed it.
Or mass.
Out.
Or...
Nordic Gaming wants a bonus stream. Look. Thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend.
Well, they've taken the bad thing out, so...
They have, yeah. Mordy Hammer doesn't want the bonus stream, but he's happy to get to sick pay. Thank you for the gifted. Jill wants 10. She's desperate for a bonus stream. Thank you for the 10 gifted, Jill. Thank you very much. You're amazing. See, sometimes I just need that gentle reminder.
Aww.
They're amazing people, aren't they?
They are. Pretty darn good.
Stu, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a hero as well. Beautiful humans. Apparently as well, apparently, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently YouTube, Buckshot doesn't want the bonus stream, just wants to gift the one. Apparently YouTube has started to gift memberships to people that aren't even subscribed to the channel, but have shown similar interests.
Oh, see, I feel like that's evil.
Why is that evil? That's really good for me. So a person goes out there and watches 5 different 40k channels. Let's say they watch SN and they see Tabletop Titans, Tabletop Tactics, Play On, Mini Wargaming, right? And then it comes in their inbox, you've been gifted a membership to Liam Dempsey's YouTube channel. They're like, what the fuck's that? Because they've never heard of me before. And they go and click on it and they go, oh, it's 40k content. And they watch it and maybe they enjoy it. But that's great. That's good news.
No, I feel like...
Alex, thank you for the gifted. Stick Monkey, thank you for the gifted.
I feel like it's like a weird... I don't know. It just makes me feel like...
Thanks, Jill.
Ugh.
I think that's cool.
I can't even peruse the internet anymore.
I think as long as it's relevant to the content that you watch, I think it's good. Caldorf, thank you for the gifted.
Although I'm very grateful to the internet gods today because of that lady in the window.
Oh, it was...
Has anyone seen this video
Oh my god!
of a lady being boosted through her window by her sister, and she's wearing a boob tube summer dress, and the dress gets caught on the window. She slides down but gets stuck. Her bare boobs are pushed up against the window. Her sister's let go and is now wetting herself laughing at her, and she's just left dangling for all the street to see.
I have a very mature wife, chat.
Oh. It was so good.
Caldorf, thank you for that gifted, by the way. You're a hero.
Food for the soul.
Jill says, pokey, 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 smallest violin playing the saddest little song in the world. That's charming, isn't it?
There's a song called The Smallest Violin in the World.
Is there?
Yeah.
Senka, I tried to buy a subscription. When I click pay, I just get a spinning wheel and it won't go through. Oh. As long as it doesn't give me a Valorant membership, I'd give that back.
See? Demogorgon's seen it.
Is he? On PC? I don't know then. I'm not sure.
The amount of people.
It's on ITV News tonight.
Oh, man. Oh, I love it. And then there's another one about a lady falling off gym equipment. Whoever her friend is that's laughing in the background, I bloody love her laugh. It is rib tickling.
Skippy, thank you for the gifted. See, that's the sort of shit that we should see on the news.
Yeah.
I don't need to see all the death and destruction in 25 different countries on the news and then to come away from it going, cool, I feel really depressed. So glad I watched the news. A fat bird stuck in a window.
I was going to put
That's
it
the news we need.
in my Lucy strip bit on Discord, just to be like, does anyone need cheering up today?
Jorfin says, post a link to it in chat. Mm-hmm. Get the link up, and then because you found it, just be careful that it doesn't go off, like the audio.
Oh no, I've muted.
Okay, good, we're good. JK, thank you for the 5 gifted. We made it. Woo! We didn't get the 1,000 though for the bonus stream.
Okay, so.
Oh. That being said, I do intend to Twitch on Sunday. I intend to go back to normal. Twitch on Sunday, Vag Sunday evening, Twitch Monday night, game Tuesday, maybe bonus Liam and Joe show Tuesday because we missed Thursday. If Joe's available, I'll see if he's available. Mike Grundy, thank you for the 5 gifted. It's in your WhatsApp when you finish. What's in my WhatsApp?
The video.
I've seen it. Lou showed it to me. I've seen it. I thought it was Liam, says Mark Edwards. Look, Mark, if I had breasts like that, I'd have a lot more members.
No, they wouldn't be genuine organic members. They would be weird perverts. And we don't want those ones.
But weird perverts are very easy to monetize.
We want the honest perverts.
We want the honest
the weird
perverts.
Ones.
Sometimes you have honest weird perverts, though.
Well, pick a side.
Yeah, pick a lane. Who's a lane?
It won't let me... Oh,
What is Vag short for in this context? Exclamation mark Vag. Let me already get all the members. I get some. Oh, Senka, thank you for becoming a Jarl tier member. What a hero. Have a good one, lads. Got a train to catch. Razor, thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoy your train journey. Very average gamers. Jay, you gave it away. Exclamation mark Vag is all you need. Had to go on mobile to get it to work. Okay. You're amazing. Thank you so much for becoming a Jarl tier member. What a hero. What a fucking hero.
I'll send the other one I really like as well. I have this as a saved video, so if I ever need cheering up.
Have you prepped your facts as well?
Yeah.
We're oh, have you?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Save. Oh no, you let me do it.
Vag, by the way, for those of you that are wondering, Vag is my latest marketing genius. We rebranded, so I originally branded the gaming channel, a video gaming channel that I started as well because I like playing Call of Duty basically. And I can't happen to do anything that's just for myself. I like to try and monetize everything. And I originally branded it LT Demps, as in Lieutenant Demps, because, you know, LT DAMPS is my initials. I was like, I mean, I don't ever play on that channel without someone else, whether that be Joe, Kyle, Warhipster, whatever. So I felt bad about it being just named after me. So I was like, I want to kind of relaunch it and go again. And so we rebranded it, and we rebranded it Vag for very average gamers. The Vag, the very average gamers, because all of us are very average at gaming. Well, none of us are great. None of us are good. But then, much like 40k, you don't watch us because we're good, you know.
Do I owe a membership?
You were gifted one
Was I?
last week, yeah. But you don't have to gift one. It's weird you gifted one. It literally just costs me money. It costs me YouTube money and tax.
So I'm not gifting one.
No, because you pay 5, right?
Right.
YouTube takes 30%, the
Yeah.
tax man takes a cut, and then I get the remainder. So what's the point?
That's terrible.
So we rebranded it to Very Average Gamers just because we could do lots of puns about being or enjoying the Vag, basically, because we're childish men. We're just childish men. We're just innocent men. So that's what that's all about. It's just video games. Every Wednesday day, Sunday evening, we are live on stream. So there you go. The Taxman buddies with Scrap Metal Man. He does, yeah. None of us are good. Exactly, Reza. Exactly. Straight facts. Why are you doing that?
Because rules is rules.
Why are you just costing me money?
I'm pretty sure that's one of the rules I said.
Fuck's sake, give it. It doesn't make sense when it's our money. I'm going to go in and turn off your fucking accept gifted memberships.
How do I turn that off?
I can't remember. It's a setting on YouTube
'Cause I'm
nowadays.
pretty sure I pay for a membership.
On this one or the other account.
Oh. How do I... Oh.
Because it might be this one that you've just paid for, but the other one that was gifted.
Well, you're welcome, son of Russ. You're welcome.
Honestly.
Do you remember when autocorrect kept getting me and now people thought my email was Warhammer Windows?
Amazing.
Because autocorrect kept correcting me.
That was definitely a name we should have leaned into. Oh my god. Easton has just gotten the biggest of dicks out as well. Oh my god. That is... So that's our highest tier at Aesir. Our highest tier. And his little logo is red and blue. Which means he's been a member for over 24 months.
Whoa.
Yestin, you bestin. What a hero.
Jill. Yestin the bestin.
And then gifts 5 as well. Holy shit. Have a good January, Yestin. Thank you so much, man. Cornet Ed with 5 gifted as well. What's going on now? Right before the end. You people are amazing. Thank you.
Jorfin has said, thank you so much for sharing that link, Luce. That video was hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's
a
so
fact.
funny. If you're on, if you got 5 minutes as well, YouTube, if you got 5 minutes, YouTube, it's called something like Woman Falls Off Gym Equipment, and she's in her garden with this really old cross trainer, and honestly, I probably watch that maybe once a month. So funny.
Yes, and thank you so much, man, for the generosity. You're incredible. And then Cornet Ed again. Thank you for the 5 more as well.
I tried to share it on here, but the link's way too long and it won't let me send it.
YouTube doesn't do 3-year badges, Ghastly. The highest you can get is 24 months. So you people have completed it, mate. You've nailed it already. But Ghastly's got the 2 colours as well. Cornet Ed's got the 2 colours. Look at all these people that have been with us for 2 years, Luce.
I know, they're amazing.
Been with us 2 years and not left. Incredible human beings. The video, Luce linked it in the... Hang on, Stephen.
Well, that's the first one.
Hang on. I will pin this one for you. There you go. I've pinned the video for you people, all right? I pinned it. Right, anyway. Normally, especially when the membership start flowing again, I have a tendency to try and stick around a bit longer. I don't. I'll be honest with you, chat. Not going to happen tonight. I need to go to bed. I'm on my ass. So... On SM Plus you do? What? No, YouTube only get... Hang on. Right, don't lie to me now, you fuckers. If YouTube is giving me a new badge, then... memberships. Membership levels, default perks, edit.
Do you want me to share the video again, Stephen?
Oh my god, they've put 2 more fucking levels in!
Shut the front door!
Oh my fucking god, fuck.
I'm going to share the video again. It's
When
too
did they do
funny.
that? That's new.
Are you ready, Stephen?
What do we do for the bigger colours now? Right, chat. Strap in because we're doing it live. Where is my member badge folder? YouTube badges. Pink. I was just going to put like 2 years or 3 years. We could put like...
Drop dead Dave. Oh my god, Luce, that was a funny video. It's so funny.
Like that?
Ooh.
Like that, chat?
3 is a magic number.
What are we saying?
Go back to the other one. No, not that one. Not that one.
No, what one? I don't know what you're watching because you're on a delay.
The same one you're on.
That's a Nordic 3.
That's weird.
You reckon they won't see that? You're right, they won't see that. If I put it white, they might see it. Just made it. Just you can see got with Peachy Screw. Peachy Screw amazing. Why not flip it the other way? We could do that. I feel like it needs to be maybe more special though than this. I don't even know how I did this fucking half and half nonsense. Did I layer it? I must have layered it.
You know where the 3 o'clock is on that?
Yeah.
It looks like the word dice.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Kind of does. Try gold or silver. If I take just the blue one. What's like a oh no, hang on, wrong fucking. This is gonna gold or no, but then what do we do for the 4 years, right? What do we do for the 4 years then? Why is it doing this weird shit? Oh, of course. I don't understand why it's not behaving itself. It's not behaving. Stu, thank you for upgrading to Jarl. Purple top, yellow bottom. Rotate 90 degrees so it's top bottom. No, I can't. I'm not going to rotate the logo. The logo has to be the right way around, right? Yellow for the number. We could do that. I don't know why this is being weird though. Because I've got a mask group underneath it. It was so long since I made these. Is that the mask? So if I delete the mask, take the group. Why is it doing it, chat?
And then the one that's above dice looks like
A sad face.
a stick man. Kind of like a stick man, a boy stick man.
Well, I don't know why it's being weird and why it's filling everything in. Maybe. Oh, no. Let's edit undo that. The logo is not behaving itself. I think this thing's recently done an update. That's the problem. And now I don't know why it is colouring everything in. Because that's not even changing colour. That should be changing colour now. Black and gold. Thirds for 3 years, quarter for 4. Yeah, we can do that. I just need to work out why it's not behaving itself now when I try and change the colours.
Looks like the woman in the video.
Because that shouldn't be filling in. That's a weird thing for it to do. That shouldn't be doing that. And I don't know why it's doing that. And it's been so long since I used it, I'm confused. Fill is normal. Overlay. That shouldn't be doing that. That's odd. I don't know why it's doing that, but we will solve this problem. We will get 3 and 4 year badges done for you people. In the meantime, we're now overtime and I want to go to bed. So we will go back to main screen for now.
I did also have a thought this week.
You got a final thought as well?
Final thought.
Yeah.
Which one do you want, the fact first or the thought
Well,
first?
the final thought's only final if we do it at the end.
Okay.
The fact first. Okay?
A leech has 32 brains.
Is it? 32 brains?
32 brains.
They don't do anything, do they?
They're a brain. What do you mean they don't do anything? It's a brain.
But they're not a brain, are they? Like, they don't... Like,
Are you trying to talk and do shit on the computer and you're coming out with nonsensical
I don't
words?
know why it won't change the colours properly. It's annoying me. But how can you have... I've fucking well broken now. How can you have 32 brains and just be a leech?
Because a leech has 32 brains. You're struggling to use half of your one brain.
But
leave the leech
that sounds
alone.
like nonsense.
How is it nonsense? It's a fact.
It can't be...
It's
chat
a
disbelieve
fact.
you. Chat massively loose horse crap.
Yeah.
Loose facts.
Horse crap.
32 neurons, maybe.
32 brains.
There's me just coping with just the one, actually. Exactly. Clusters of neurons are not brains. There we go. Loose fact. Absolute nonsense. There we go.
I'm Googling it right now.
Absolute bullshit.
How many brains does a leech have? 32 brains.
No, it doesn't have 32 brains.
They cannot hear, but are sometimes very sensitive to vibrations.
What's
they
the
have
point?
32 brains.
What's the
One
point?
in each segment of their body. Leeches range in length from less than 2.5 centimetres to 40 centimetres or more. They live in the sea, 90 live on land, and the rest live in fresh water.
Chat, I completely agree with
Boom.
you.
Drop mic.
Chat, I completely agree with you. Absolute nonsense words. Absolute nonsense words. Complete
Mandy
bollocks.
says, do you ever feel like slapping him in the back of the head when he's looking away like that and half listening? I would never. I'm not a violent woman, Mandy. I would, I would never slap him in the back of the head. I'd pay someone else to do it.
Careful, YouTube stuff might be admissible in court.
I nearly snorted Fanta out my nose then.
Anywho,
Did you hear my final thought yet?
after we've had it, right, have we actually got to the stage where these are final thoughts now?
I had a final... What do you mean?
Well, because the last like 3 times you said, I've had a final thought. I'm like, what's your final thought? And you say, I've got a question. That's not a final thought. That's just a question.
But a thought can be a question.
No, that's a question.
Okay, I have a final question.
Okay.
Are you
What's
ready?
your final question?
Is your brain truly resting if you are able to wake up before your alarm clock because you've gone to sleep knowing you need to wake up at this time? You have to wake up because some people sleep through their alarms. So is your brain actually resting if you've managed to wake up before your alarm?
What?
Have you never done that?
Have you been drinking?
Have you
What?
never done that? You know when you go to bed...
Is
you
your
think,
brain resting if you're awake? No.
But you're not awake, you're asleep.
But if you've woke up before your alarm, you're not asleep, you're awake.
But you've woken up because you're worried about missing your alarm, so you've woken up before your alarm. Like a minute before your alarm. Have you actually rested your brain while you sleep?
Is this real?
Have you never done that? When you've set an alarm and you've thought, I have to wake up, I can't sleep through my alarm tomorrow, I've got to
but
wake
is this
up,
an
and then you've
actual
woken up
question?
a minute before.
If you've actually slept, then yeah, you've rested.
But have you rested properly?
Yes. That's called sleep.
Well, that's my final question.
Okay. All right. What do you think, chat? Do you feel that? Eye on the alarm clock? Stress response, maybe. You sleep in 4-hour chunks. Well, apparently it's different depending on each person. I think it's wrestling. I hardly ever got woken up by my alarm. Have you done that? Have you woken up before your alarm?
Yeah, I did it on because I was conscious that you were poorly and I didn't want my alarm to disturb you. I literally woke up a minute before my alarm and I went to bed hoping that my alarm wouldn't wake you up.
There's no way your brain knew it was 7:29.
That's what I'm saying. How can you? Because if you say to somebody, right, close your eyes, count a minute, and let me know when you think a minute is passed, hardly anybody gets it bang on. And that's when you're awake and conscious and counting it. So there's no way I knew it was 7:29.
I reckon
there's no way.
I reckon your brain did shut off properly, but you just so happened to be in the lightest form of sleep when you woke up at that point.
But is it a coincidence that I was worried I didn't want my alarm to wake you up in case you'd only just managed to get some rest? Or was my REM cycle finishing and I was always going to wake up at 7:29?
I don't know the answer to that one.
These are the thoughts I have
Are they?
when I'm on the number 11 on my way to Southampton.
That is a thought. That is a thought. Right, chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm fucked, so I need to go to bed, right? Laura says your sense of wakefulness is before then. Your sleep hormone decreases gradually, so it's not that simple.
There you go.
But she sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm just imagining Luce asking her phone after it's at 100% charged if it feels charged. Brilliant.
If I've left it on the charge for the whole 100%, then yes, it does. If I keep taking it off to do things like the calculator, no, it doesn't.
Right, you wonderful people. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm sorry it wasn't up to my normal high energy, like bubbly self, but we've tried to put something out for you wonderful people because I kind of just miss streaming as well, actually. It's my happy place. We have, in fact, figured out that 21% of you are fucking lunatics. Because before I even put the poll up, we were already at 5 likes, and 21% of people went, nah, you can't get 5 likes. Can't do it. So 5%, 21% of you are absolutely lunatics. But thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, I'm sorry it hasn't been up to our normal standards. I've tried. It will slowly get better over the weekend, and then I'm sure next week we'll be back to normal. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to everybody who donated to the sick pay fund. You people are incredible. 220 members in a night is an amazing number, including the upgrades as well. So thank you so much, people. You are amazing people. I love you dearly. Thank you for all the super chats as well. Thank you for people sharing all their favourite models. You guys are incredible. If you haven't already, just do those last little bits and smash those magical YouTube buttons for us. We'll be back on Sunday, probably with some twitching, then some vagging. Monday will be more twitching in the evenings. Straight back into normal routine. Maybe a bonus Liam and Joe show on Tuesday if I can convince him to get to the studio early enough, but I don't know if I can, so I can't promise you because that's on Joe. He's got a lot of stuff that he's painting for Old World and Age of Sigmar right now as well, so he's working fucking hard, bless him. But you people are incredible. I love you dearly. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Yeah.
Good. Hang on. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.